Hello everyone, my name is Ben or Madroxic, and welcome to this video. Today we're going to be talking about a somewhat controversial topic, and that is how people treat other people with specific problems like anxiety, which is what we're going to be talking about today, or disabilities as like Down syndrome. And I'm going to apologize in advance if this video gets quite deep, so I'll try to entertain you as much as I can. Just a little backstory into my channel. I'm British and I plan to do videos like this and also gaming videos, so if you feel like you want to watch them, go ahead, subscribe. I'll do all sorts of videos, a range of videos. I upload 3 times a week. That may increase as I get more popular. Well, if I get more popular. That's basically my channel. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a story. This story concerns a girl called Misha. That's not her real name, that's a cover-up, just because you want to protect identities and not cause anything. She's called Misha, okay? So, there was this girl at my school, okay? Her name was Misha, as I've just explained. She had a pretty bad case of anxiety and depression. And sometimes it's so bad that she wouldn't show up to school, she'd just stay at home, and people, people notice this, people in the classrooms, because she wasn't actually turning up to a lot of lessons. So obviously people would be like, oh, so Misha's not here, and then people automatically in their head made assumptions. Here's where I come in. Little Ben, just chilling in class, listening to whatever the teacher was saying. It's probably just utter rubbish. Not listened for 3 years, and that's got me absolutely nowhere. Listening to school kids, and I was thinking, wait a second, where the hell is Misha? And from what you can assume, she was absolutely nowhere to be seen. So this occurred for a couple of weeks, kept returning. Ben thinking, oh god, this is boring. Looking around the classroom, oh, Misha's not here, what's going on? And as the other people made assumptions, I was also making assumptions in my head, and also listening to what other people had to say about why she wasn't in. And it, it kind of, you kind of create ideas in your head. You kind of think, oh, she's doing this, and you kind of that person automatically gets like a bad reputation almost, because people think, oh, if she's not here, she's obviously doing something else, and then that can lead on to people thinking that she's from a certain background, stuff like that, but I'm not going to get into that. That can wait for another video. So anyway, to not drab on for ages, to cut the story down a little bit, Misha eventually came in one day, and of course, as you could probably guess, the first thing everyone did, guiltily including me, is asking her where she's been. I mean, that's, for me, that there's nothing wrong with that. If someone comes in and you go, oh, hello, where have you been? Then they explain to you, then that's perfectly fine. I see no problem in that. But Misha was different. Misha, as you know, had anxiety. So she didn't really respond. She just kind of looked down and said nothing. This is where stuff gets deep, by the way. She said nothing and then just looked down and kind of, just got on with stuff. So for a couple of minutes, people were like, alright, she didn't want to talk for now. But then it came a few minutes later. So people asked her again, seeing if she just calmed down, almost waited, and people started asking her one-on-one instead of all at once. But people were asking her further questions, like a more personal questions, like not asking where she's been, but asking her if she's done that while she's been away. So people asking further questions, as I said, and making assumptions as to where she's been for these couple weeks. Maybe she was off for 2-3 weeks in intervals, so maybe off 2-3 weeks, in for a couple of days, then off for 3 days, in for a few. You can probably get the pattern. But basically, people making assumptions as to where she's been, and I'm just there chilling, listening to what everyone else has to say, and I started hearing stuff like, oh, you've been skiving, and if you're not from England, skiving means truancy, or not showing up for school, jumping class during school, whatever you want to call it. But I hear stuff like that, and I mean, from people saying that, they're not really in the position to say that, because the fact that they've gone on to say that is they've just gone from asking her where she's been to automatically like just telling her where she's been, if you see the difference. So, you know, and then obviously, if you've ever heard of stereotypes, skipping school is normally associated with people who haven't got as much money as other people. So the other ones that I started hearing was, oh, you can't afford a uniform. And you know, that I don't personally know how she felt, because I don't have anxiety myself, but I can't imagine to imagine what it feels like to have these things like shouting at you, even though you're going through this like really really tough time, if you get what I mean. So I can't like begin to describe how I like felt at the moment, I guess, because I couldn't really put myself in her shoes, if you understand what I'm saying. So yeah, I was hearing stuff like, you can't afford a uniform. I don't know how it feels to have anxiety, or how it feels, or whatever way you want to word it. But what I do know is that stuff like that, you know, pressuring people, shouting at them, asking them continuous questions when they obviously don't want to tell you, it can't help them. It can't do anything better. If they're not going to tell you, then you just leave it. Like, if something's going on that you don't know, and you know, rumors start going around, you know, people start this thing. Maybe she's had an argument with someone, they start a rumour, it goes around the school. That's just what happens. Then that causes that person, in this case Misha, to take more days off school. And like, it's not good. Like, the thing is, I know this is getting really deep now, but the thing, if you were in her position, you wouldn't want that to happen. So why would you want that to happen for someone else? Like, there's no need for you to be saying stuff like that, if you get what I mean. As I've already said, I myself can't even go into describing what an anxiety or depression feels like, and I don't feel like it's necessary for me to go into detail how I feel about it, so I'm not going to, but just based on the fact that I want to keep respect for people who do have anxiety and depression, and I want to make sure that they know that at least someone thinks that everything that's going on around them isn't their fault. And I know that's hard to tell them, because they'll always recheck themselves, but I'm just gonna try and put that message out. I believe myself that anxiety is a terrible thing for someone to go through. It's not great. Like, you never. Yeah, I understand people with anxiety aren't just like moping around and sad all of the time, but it really can affect how your mood is on people, and some people just don't understand that. I don't personally understand it, so for some people it can seem out of the ordinary and not right, like abnormal, if you get what I mean. So you can't really wish anxiety on anyone or depression on anyone, because at the end of the day, it's not a good thing. It's not a nice thing to have. It's not even a nice thing for your friend to have, or a relative. It's just not. You just don't want it. And if you are watching this and you're dealing with anxiety, or feel like you are, I put some links in the description, so you can read up, see if you. And there's also some chat lines on those certain websites where you can talk to an expert about how you're feeling and stuff like that. Those links will be in the description. Please use them and talk to someone. So that's basically it for this video. If you want me to make some more like this one, or some more content, whatever you want, please tell me in the comments what you want me to make, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. My name is Ben. Peace out.